Hi all, welcome back to more Conflict of Heroes. This is Soul Mission 4 Partisans. This is going to be part 6. Right, I haven't been able to get back to doing a recording the last day or so. I have been watching some stuff back and wow, I've caught a lot of mistakes. Up to the point where I'm considering... It seems a shame not to finish the scenario out, but I was thinking about redoing it or doing it again maybe. I'll hopefully push on quickly and maybe, well, there's quite a few things I'd like to bring up though, so I'm not sure that I've got one more part and I'll be able to finish this mission. I just think with the mistakes that I've noticed, it might be worthwhile playing again. I don't know, I mean, do I need to do that? Maybe just take the mistakes on board and take them on to the campaign mission, which is next, and hopefully then not make the mistakes again. Anyway, well, I suppose I should go over everything. Now, I'll hopefully have comments in the headers for all these, because I've took notes. So I've got notes for part 2, part 3, part 4. I don't think I've watched all of part 4 yet, and I've not watched part 5, and this is part 6. So, first of all, part 2. Right, my notes were here, and this was going to be something like what I was going to have in the header of the video. Oh dear, I really should have edited this video and took out the 20 minutes of me going over and over this low-risk move issue that I have. Apologies, and it's probably best to skip between the 10-minute and 30-minute mark, as you won't be missing any gameplay. So I was going to put that in at first, but it was so excruciating to watch, even myself watching it back, that I had to eventually go put the video back up and redo it and cut this part out. But what happens is 10 minutes into my going over it, what it is, I take a pause, so the video pauses there and I come back and basically do the same 10 minutes as what I've just done, and it's like back to back, and it's like, it's just too much. It's too much. It was just, I mean, I know some of the stuff out there I'll leave is probably kind of cringe-worthy and embarrassing and whatever, but this was just too much. So I will put a comment now in just to say that I've made a cut there, so it kind of cuts and then goes, it carries on, but it just skips out some of the nonsense. Right, and then carry on, part 2 again. Now, I talked about the furthest from. Now, remember, it's furthest from, closest to. That's how it is worded. But let's get that word up. It's in there somewhere. I was hoping I might just came across it right away, but oh, there it is. Yes. Furthest from, the AI which is furthest from its closest target. So furthest from its closest target. Now remember, the target can sometimes be, what is it, lowest defense value, other things, but if you break that down and there's only and it's covering two or three different units, you've got to consider, first of all, the AI that's furthest from is closest, and then if it is that unit, then it's the closest, it's not the furthest from. That's why I always said it's a tricky one, that it really can catch you out. And what do you know? The very first time I try to use it in this mission, I get it wrong. Now I've took note here. I was saying it's at the 50. No, hang on, that'll be different because I've cut the bit of video. But basically, what I do is I actually attack the furthest away unit, and it shouldn't be. It should be the closest to. Anyway, there'll be a comment in the header about that. After that, I seem to be switched on to it, and I carry on, and I do it properly after that. Maybe that's wrong. I think I might make the mistake with that again. Like I say, I've come across quite a few mistakes made. Right, the only other bit in that was me mentioning the wrong movement cost or something. I've took a note of that, but that's not a biggie. I didn't actually move the unit. I said it cost so many, and it didn't. So moving on to part 3, just try and get through this kind of quickly because the comments will be in the header. Yeah, I made a comment in part 1, didn't I? Saying that I'm wrongly picking up the definite. Well, to be honest, I didn't think about it at the time. Um, and this is probably the first mission that we've really had a mission objective, if you like. Because I made the comment in the header of part 1 saying that there was a mistake that I made, and I also say that I think it's one I'll maybe make again. Well, I do, because the definition of target is a unit or mission objective. So whenever you see closest to a target, or if it says target, it doesn't necessarily mean the closest unit. It could be the mission objective. And I made the mistake with that in part 1. And then part 2, no, not part 2, part 3, again, the closest target was the German control marker I've got at the 5-minute 50-second mark. The 10-minute 30-second mark, I've got, think this may be the control marker again. These are all just wee notes that I've taken. I'm going to look back before I actually post the comments in the header. Then I note when an RE should be revealed. Yeah, that was in part 3 as well, and that was messy because I realised later that it was RE that was in here somewhere. But it's after I'm placing one of the REs from the mission track onto the map. But I place the unit on the map, I actually have an action with it, and then I realise, go back to try and fix it, think I've fixed it, and I forgot about the action that the unit made. So it's messy as well, really messy. Don't like it. If I wasn't so far through it, I would have scrapped this, but yeah. And then part 4, part 4, again, it's things have moved on. I'm going to have a closer look at it again though, but it's a really interesting one, this, because the Soviet AI is here or something, and we've got actually I want to say the Soviet AI is here, and we've got a unit here and a unit here that is as close to, and it's a low risk move he gets, and I say, right, well, low risk move to closest unit or whatever. I think it's a AI in 0D and heck. No, you know what? It's not actually the closest unit. It's the one that goes to the closest cover. And I think there's a unit in here as well. So this unit doesn't have any closest. Well, his closest cover would be here. And this unit, his closest cover would be here. In fact, there you go. That's a mistake in itself. So I should be moving closer to that. What I do is I randomise between the two units. But I know I can't move closer to this. In fact, that's even messier than I thought. Because I'm sure it's not towards the unit. I'm sure it's a cover. And the closest cover would be up there. The thing is, I think because I'm in a fire zone, I think I can move adjacent to this guy's flank. I know I can't move adjacent to this guy because I'm in his fire zone. But I'm not in this guy's fire zone. He's pointing that way. And I can move in there adjacent to his flank as a low risk move. And I'm pretty sure I can do that. And in actual fact, that's towards that cover as well. So that makes it even more of a mistake. I didn't need to randomise between the two units, really, because both the units, well, maybe not, Grant, hang on. 1, 2, 3, that could be that guy's closest cover rather than that. So maybe I could have. But however, I hit this unit as my randomised die roll, and I say, right, okay, well, I can't move that. And then I look at the unit back here because he's the next closest. I shouldn't have done that. I should have then looked towards the other unit. You know, in fact, I shouldn't have even been rolling the dice if I couldn't move towards that guy. I should have just moved towards that guy because I can move towards him. And they were both 2 away. So, yeah, that to me is a blunder. 2, I'm pretty sure it is. And I'm pretty sure I could have made the move. Again, it'll be more clear when I leave the comment in the header. Yeah, and the other comment, again, it doesn't really make much sense, but I talk about moving a unit in here, and then I say, well, is that going to be in a fire zone? And he's clearly in the unit's fire zone at the time. That's at the 15.5 minute mark. Anyway, lots of mess. And it just shows you how tricky a game this actually is. I mean, okay, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm making mistakes that you guys wouldn't. But it doesn't look such a complex game, but there is. There's a lot of complexity into some of these orders. Yeah, some of them are pretty simple. Some of them can catch you out there. Not just low risk move that I've been struggling with, but even doing it the way that the other guys believe it should. Sorry, it's probably the other way. How the proper way should be doing it. Even doing that, you still have some bits that can catch you out. That one there, I think, whether that would have caught others out, I don't know, maybe not. And the furthest from closest unit, then furthest from and closest, it's tricky, like. So there's a lot, definitely a lot to catch you out. Well, it's catching me out anyway. So I'm not happy with the way their submissions went. I really am not. I still don't have an answer to my question as well, but I've given up on it, to be honest. Okay, I'd still like them to come back and say, this is how it works, and hopefully I won't get that. But after watching back and looking at things, and I'm sure I moved like these units in the way the guys are saying it should be. I'm sure I used to do that. I don't think I was doing this one. The last one we had, what was it? And that was down here, and I was talking about moving into here instead of here to avoid going into the fire zone. It's a daft move, that, as well. There's no way you guys out there that Rule 42, if that was the correct hex, there's no way you would put it in there. You would Rule 42 it. But to be honest, you're probably saying that that's not a Rule 42, that's the actual rule, Grant. So yeah, I'm giving up on it. But it would be nice to still get a response, just so that just so it's there. Okay, well, I've not got an awful lot of time tonight. This is sort of the one night of the next few days that I've got finished a bit early at work, but it's still pretty late. So I just wanted to maybe record another part, and it would be great if I could just finish it in this part, but I don't think we're quite close to finishing, really. So I wondered also, since the trucks come on, now I've not watched back part 5, but has the mission marker moved? No, it's sitting on the truck. It's what, Grant? So it's not moved at all. Right, okay. I had sort of wondered, saying to myself, I've never moved that truck since, but it's because I'm quite a few bits back and I'm trying to catch up, really. Because we're in another turn. In fact, we've got fresh units here. I'm trying to. Well, we've got the Pioneer truck we can't really move. Yeah, the stuff I've been watching back is because I had a lot to catch up on, and I've not been able to get back to record. Right, well, let's just move on. And I feel like this scenario is a bit of a wash anyway, and if I feel like I want to redo it again, maybe I will. It doesn't look like it should take that long, this scenario, but... And, well, anyway, we'll see. Right, so it's obviously my turn, because that's how I leave things. Now, this guy's hit in the woods. Right, we've got 2 hits on them, though, haven't they? He's stunned, so can't fire, can't move. He's cowering. Do we have caps? No, we don't. We don't have caps. So, yeah. The problem is, I mean, I'd like to move up and try and take that guy out of the fact that he's spent, but yeah, I think I was possibly considering moving this, taking a chance with a hit marker, because he can move. I mean, because if we do rally him, okay, we need a 7. He's in a defensive hex, so we'd need a 6 or better. So we might get away with that roll. However, the spent check's a 5. We've no caps, so it's more than likely, unless we get really lucky and draw a 6, that he's going to be spent. Whereas we could take a gamble here, move into here, get up close to him, and I don't know. We've already lost a unit as well, so I think I'm going to rally him, actually. I don't know. I think it's a bit risky. The chance of getting up there and then all of a sudden this guy draws a blue card and then shoots at us. He can only attack at range 1 with that as well. That's interesting. But then we were talking about getting up close to him anyway. So yeah, okay. I'm going to take the rally on then. So we would normally need a 7 or greater, but he's in cover, so we need a 6 or greater. And remember, this is a 5 AP cost, so this better be a 6 or greater, or I'm going to feel like this is going to be a waste. Right, here we go. Oof, 6 just. Well, just as well we were there, so there you go. If we'd been in a clear hex, that would have not pulled that one off. So there we go, we get rid of that. Can we draw a 6? Can we? Maybe. Oh, it's a 5. Damn. Well, we had no caps anyway, but it was a command card. Yeah. Well, it was going to be. It was a bit much to hope for to rally them and escape the spent, really. Right, well, that's us only got the Pioneers left. But it's over to the AI. It's not a blue card. Now, I was watching back on the video, and that looks quite far away to me, but when I was watching back the video, I was able to read this, and I'd rather not zoom right in on it if I needed to. I thought, well, why not just go in a little bit like that, Grant? But if that's easily sort of readable for anybody, I mean, I read it out as well, so I think you can read that. I mean, I'm looking into the camera and I can't read it. But when I watched back the video footage, I could read it. Okay, it wasn't up close, but I could read it. It just lets me show the rest of the map, and you can still read the text. So I'll do that for a while. If anybody thinks that's horrible and they'd rather see the card up close, then let me know and I can go back to doing that. But it's just a wee bit easier for me as well, and it lets you see the whole map or thereabouts. Okay, so there's nothing up close because this is a green card. A blue card, that would be a different story. But Untitled AI, closest to fresh unit that just acted. Well, the unit just acted is not fresh anymore, so we can ignore that. Highest fire per AI closest to the lowest defense value unit. Yeah, we can't. Oh no, because he can't fire, can he? He's stunned. He's stunned. So is there anything that can fire then? The 2RE. No. He can't fire. He's spent. He's nothing to fire. Can't see the truck. Truck's hidden behind the woods. And this is hidden behind the woods as well. So there's no firing going on. Yeah, I'm just want to try and slow things down a little bit after seeing all the mistakes. That's right though. There's nothing that can fire. So Unhit AI closest to a unit that just acted or mission objective. There's no mission objective. Move towards right. Well, yeah, that can happen because this is the unit that just acted. This guy would be the closest, but he can't move either, can he? No, he can't move. He's stunned, Grant. Can't move, can't fire. So he is closest to him. He wants to just move towards. No risks involved. That's the other thing. We've not got line of sight on him, have we? Because he's in a 0 DM hex right now. No, we don't. Okay, so he's possibly got a choice of the A2, but obviously that's a better choice for him because it's into the woods, and he'll check on a 1. We draw a 3, so he's okay. Right, so back to us. Right, well, let's look at these pioneers now. Well, I'm as well just moving them forward, haven't I? Because the machine gun turned round to come back this way, didn't it? Because the truck's going to come up here. Thing is, the truck's going to come right through the machine gun. Well, we need to bring these guys up, don't we? I think I'll just move on into there. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So I move him up there, checking a 1. We get a 5. It's all good, and that was a blue card as well. So right, back to them. And they draw a command order card. Okay. Right, again, like I say, I won't zoom in on it. We'll see how that goes. I'll watch back the footage, but I was watching back because it wasn't all the time I was zooming in on them. And I thought, yeah, you can read it. You can read it. I had my glasses on watching it, but I need to have my glasses on when I'm looking at things up close anyway. Okay, so we do have short range, don't we? These two here. Yeah, so he can fire into there. It's going to cost him 6 to make the fire action, but this is a command order card. He needs to be adjacent. His range is only 1. Hasn't affected his firepower. Yeah, so yeah, he will fire. Well, we check the numbers. He's 3 for close range, so 6 against, we are 12 because he's shooting at our front, and we're in, so plus 2, so 14. So it's 6 against 14. Yeah, he will take that on. He needs an 8. Here we go. That's a poor roll. Good. So nothing doing there. That goes away. No checks required. Back to us. Going to move this guy up again. Yeah, I dare say if I got lucky enough, I would probably move him right up to the machine gun, but the likelihood of getting through that. Right, drawing a 1, and there you go. Foolishly opened my mouth and suggested silly things. Right, well that's us now all spent as well. And you know how I said about maybe considering passing rather than spending on my units? I was thinking back on that one again, and it's maybe not such a daft idea, because now for them to pass, they've got more fresh units than us, so they're not going to pass with that instruction. Whereas if we did maybe pass and keep fresh units, then we could maybe get them passing, and then we don't then necessarily need to pass. We could take an action, but we could then decide, right, let's just pass and end the round now, you know. It might be more beneficial. However, we're not going to be in that position. We're just going to have to do, yeah, there's one video where I just keep passing, isn't I? I keep pass, and I can't do nothing. However, okay, right, so back to them. On we go. There's a command order again. Ugh. It's got to be the same again, isn't it? Close order is fire. Sorry, short range, I mean. So same again, 6 against 14, he needs an 8. He will take that on. That's a poor roll again, 5. So we're getting away with these. But, well, I kind of keep drawing command cards. Hopefully not. Right, no check needed. Now we have to pass this time. Yeah, everyone's, yeah, we've no caps either. The only thing we've got is the truck, but we can't do nothing with the truck. So we pass over to them. Right, +1 on the track. No, that's going to bring in this landmine thing. I have no idea what that does. So landmine, an RE is placed on hex D12 and a landmine is placed in the draw cup. I probably should have brought these out. Landmine. Wait, there's one. Right, so the landmine goes in the draw cup, and then we place another RE on hex D12. Is that the one away up? No. D12. Where's D12? Right, there's nothing to show me where it is. So I just need to find it. D10, D11. It's going to be right beside his machine gun. Well, it can't be placed there. Of course, I'm placing an RE right now. I'm thinking about placing a landmine. It's not that I'm doing. Okay, so yeah, well, you can still look at this, instruct the special rules. Place RE when mission. See, we're not doing this though. We're just placing an RE on a hex, but we can't stack them. So it's going to be placed adjacent to that. Well, you know what? I'm just going to roll a dice on this. Because D12 is here. It's right in that hex there. So I'm going to roll a dice and just place it adjacent to that. And using that dice thing. Because there's nothing else to instruct me what to do there, but I know they can't stack. So let me roll, see what we get. Got a 5. So that's going to be, let's see the 5. It's going to be just to the west of it. So in here. That's in the heavy wood. So yeah. Yeah, I'll move that mission track marker along. Yeah, so there's a landmine in the cup. One of these REs could be a landmine. I'm not quite sure. It doesn't give me any special instructions here, so I need to look up the rules about landmines, but I think we'll just wait until we draw out the cup, or if we draw out the cup, rather than go looking for it just now. Okay, so back to the card. That's the mission track moved on. Right, this time there's no short range because it's a green card. Counteractions don't count because there's no mission objectives. There was none of our units just acted. Oh, hang on, stop. The mission track advance grant. The truck moves 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's fine. Yeah. That doesn't count as a unit that just acted, I don't think. Yeah, no, I don't think that counts. No, I'm not going to have that. So we can't do that. AI closest to the lowest defensive unit. Fire, right, can anything fire? I don't think so. Oh, wait a minute. Since this guy moved into there, did he have a shot the last time then? Well, he can definitely fire. When did I check that? I think that was a couple of turns ago. Was that not before he moved down? No, don't tell me, Grant. Don't tell me you're blundering again. Yeah, no. I remember when we were looking to see if anyone could fire, he was in there, wasn't he? And he was blocked by this. So now he's moved into there. Right, it's a different story now, though. So he can fire. AI closest to the lowest defensive value unit. Fire even if long range, +1 cap. So remember, he's only got a range of 5, but even with a +1. Lowest defensive value unit. I'm pretty sure he could fire at this as well, but this is a 14. I think this is his target. He can't fire at him. Hang on. We also have a possible shot up here on the truck. Well, let's check this. The lowest, because we're looking for the AI that's closest to the lowest defensive value unit. So yeah, what is the lowest defensive value unit? Well, this would be an 11. Remember, this is a flank attack, but he's in +1 DM, so that's a 12. I think it is going to be the truck then, because the truck's only an 11 and no defensive hex. So even though this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away, and This is only 1, 2, 3, 4 away. This is the lowest defensive value unit. So the AI that's closest to the lowest defensive value unit. Yeah, you can see how that's right, isn't it? It's not, we're not looking at, I mean, this is closer, but this is not the lowest defensive value, so that one is. So he's going to fire 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not going to be a long range. He's going to fire +1 caps, but we're going to have to draw for that, aren't we? For orders the eye to attack, Nari's most eligible attack, then Nari is revealed. Counters drawn from the rumored enemy cup. So let me just draw that now. Remember, we've just put a landmine in there, so it could be that. I'm guessing that would be fine for us. Right. It's one of the rifles. Okay, so got an attack of 3. He's going to face that. He's got to face Hams. He's got the 2. Yeah, that's fine. So he is now going to fire. Let me see. If it's if any AI counter is drawn, it's placed and attempts to complete the attack order. If the target is at long range, yeah, but it says it was allowing a long range anyway. But he's still got a range of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fine. So it's 3 against 11. He's no defensive modified hex. Remember, +1 cap, so it's 4 against 11. So he will take that shot on. And needs a 7. Oops. Needs a 7. Ooh, we get away with it. 6. We're getting lucky with their dice rolls just now. So, kind of hoping this guy's going to get spent. That cost him 4 to carry that out. So he checks on a 4. And he gets a 1. So he's spent. Okay. Right, okay, moving along, we have to pass, don't we? Yeah, we pass. So, back to them. Oh, track's moving again. It's moved quick on this mission, isn't it? So, VI plus units less than or equal to 16. 1, 2. No, we don't count the truck, do we? No. I think that was 1, and yeah, I don't think we do. I just read that recently, did I not? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, there's 10 even if we were counting the truck, but so this is moving on twice. Ooh, the truck's gonna the truck's gonna move. Right. So we go 1, 2. So right, that truck's not going to appear then, is it? No, it's because we're skipping by that. So we were here, we're going 1, 2. We're skipping by that. However, the yellow bit is going to trigger. The yellow part event is going to trigger, and they're going to get another victory point because they still have the hex. So that's them up to 4 now. Yeah, it's a bit of a wash, I think, this. Oops. Sorry. So yeah, that truck does not come on board then. However, the other truck will move, and then it'll move again when we go here. This is place an RE, so how do we do that? Well, I can move the truck after this. I don't think it matters. So place an RE, add a no enemy counter to the cup, and place an RE 2 hexes away from the existing RE that's closest to a unit. Damn. I've done my usual pause. Right, hang on a second. Let me see. I'll need to stop this and have a look. I've moved on a little bit. I don't think it was too far. Right, okay. That's just getting worse. So I was on pause when I thought I was recording. I know I've done this a few times. I can see myself doing it more with this because I'm not used to this new app. Right, we were about to place an RE. This is where the RE went, right? This was the closest one. We actually rolled the dice, it went there. But because this is better terrain, it moves into there. Right, I would have then moved the truck on. What card was that? God. Oh, that's going way back, Grant, is it not? So that was that card, wasn't it? Oh, I've just messed this up because he's taking a shot and everything. It's way back. Oh, I'm sick of this. So I should be on this card here, shouldn't I? So I'll put the cards back on top and see if I can fix this. I'm going to have to look back in the footage and... There's no point in you recording this bit, Grant. Damn. Oh, it's a temptation just to scrap this. Start again. To be honest, I could just wipe this out. All I've done is played part 1 of this. I've not uploaded any more. Why don't I just start it again? I suppose in some ways it lets you see some of the stuff though, but I remember doing that once before, one of the videos, and I don't know if I left it in or not. Because I'm going to have to go back now and fix this unit fired on that. Well, he rallied to start with. Then he fired and hit this guy. I can remember what all happened though, but... Damn it. Right, okay, I've tried to put things back there because I had the old record when I was paused and whatever. I don't know if I'm going to keep that little bit. And I'll need to cut the video and join it up or do something. So we drew this card. We gave him the victory point for that. We didn't put the truck down. We placed the RE. No. Yeah. Well, we were placing the RE. So we put a no enemy counter in the cup. Right? I've rolled the dice already. I rolled a 4. Right? That was the closest unit up there. So 4 is here, so you go 2 hexes that way. However, if he's got better defensive hex within 1, then he moves into that. So that's where he goes. Now what happens on the card then? I can't remember. Right, none of the first stuff applies. Hit AI closest to unit rally. Yeah, that's right. So hit AI closest to unit. This guy rallies, right? He rolls bang on a 7. That's an 8. That must be a different one. Sure it was cowering, but is there a cowering that's only 7 to remove? Or was it something else? No, I think it was that one, cowering. No, sorry, I'm talking rubbish. Cowering, is that not? He's got cowering. Yeah. He had stunned, didn't he? Sorry. So stunned, here it is. Sorry, I'm getting muddled up, but, well, because of my nonsense. So he had a 7 to roll. He's not in a defensive hex. He rolled bang on a 7. Or was it an 8? Well, anyway, he rolled and rallied, okay? I then checked his rally. I'm thinking he's going to get spent. So what do I draw? He needs a check on a 5. He draws a 6. He's good, right? We pass. He goes again. Draws this card. Nothing up top. Highest firepower AI closest to fresh unit just acted. There's none of that. Hit AI closest to unit rally. Can't do that. Highest firepower AI from highest firepower unit. Fire +1 caps. Right. So the only 2 units that can fire are this guy and this guy. He's the highest firepower because they're not considered to have the highest firepower, attack rate, whatever you want to call it. Even though he's furthest from his target, he's closer to the target, but remember, on the left, it's the first bit that happens first. I just want to check we're recording. We are, right? Eyes firepower, so that's the first one. So it's going to be him. He fires +1 cap on him. Needs 4 + 1's 5 against 12. Needs a 7, and he actually rolls a 10, right? Rolls a 10, which is a hit, not a critical hit. Then I draw a hit marker. We get unnerved. Like I say, you're just going to have to trust me when I say this is what happened. Right, and then he does a check this time, and I'm panicking, thinking, is he going to stay fresh again? He gets spent, I think, doesn't he? Yeah, he draws a 1, yeah. So he is then spent. So next thing that happens, we pass again. I can't quite recall exactly. Right, yeah, so we draw this. We do have more than 10 units. 1, 2, even not... Oh, I forgot to move my truck. I forgot to move the truck. It should have moved 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the truck's in there. That was with the 2 move the last time. There's more than 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, not counting the truck. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're not moving the track on. Fresh AI listen, fresh units, AI passes. No, there's none of that. AI furthest from most defensive unit. Fire. Yes. So this RE can fire. He's only got 1 target here that you can see. So he goes to fire, and we draw... What did I do with that? I took that out of the cup. Yeah, I did. We draw no enemy. So he does not do anything and passes. And then this is when I realise, oh, he's passed. That's great. So it passed, and that ends the turn. Right, okay. Right, I should be able to splice that together and make it something. But be more careful, Grant. Right, so that's the end of the turn. So I'm going to refresh all the units. My caps are going to go back up to only 5 this time because we've lost a unit. And I'm going to shuffle up the order deck. Okay, so just shuffling up the deck. We've got 5 caps. You can see they're on 4 victory points. Everybody's fresh. Initiative is important because we're sitting adjacent to this guy. If we don't fire at him, he's going to fire at us. Also, we've got this up here, but he's facing the wrong way, so he's going to have to pivot. So I think I do need to spend my caps. I do need to spend 2 caps for initiative die roll because I want to take that shot on. Okay, so that's command order card. Oh, we get to draw a card as well, don't we? Let's do that. Follow me. Automatic rally costs us 2, even if in close combat. Right, we should maybe think about using these cards, Grant. In fact, maybe should have considered using the command action last turn. Yeah. Right, I'm going to spend 2 of my caps, so down to 3. To try and get this initiative. So we need a 6 or better rather than the 8 or better to get initiative. Oh no. So I'll waste the 2 caps to miss it by 1. Okay. Right, so it's their initiative. Well, we know what's going to happen here then. That's a blue card they draw, which is kind of ironic, but however. Right, so there is short range. Well, this guy's in short range, and so is this guy. The first instruction is fire. Well, he can't fire. Does that mean he automatically fires then? Because the other guy can't? It must do, yeah, because the second instruction is pivot. Yeah, it does. I was about to go and look and see, because we've got 2 units in short range, which would we pick between them, but I don't think that's the case here, is it? Because that says the instruction is to fire. Well, this guy can't fire. He would have to then move to pivot, which kind of feels like, yeah, that's wrong, isn't it? He's skipping the chance to fire. Yeah, no. So this guy's going to fire. Oh, there's a command order card as well. At least I thought at least he'll be spent because he's got a +2 to his fire and it's a 6. It's not going to matter now. He needs to be adjacent because his range is only 1. So he's firing with a 3. Doesn't affect his firepower. +3 for being short range. As 6. So 6 against 12, but we've got him +2. So it's 6 against 14. He needs an 8. That's a tough one though, but he's not going to be spent. That's an annoying thing. Right, here we go. Oh man. So he hits as well. Yeah, it's not going well, this one. Right. What we got? Pinned. Right, so can't move. Well, I'd have that over stunned, like as in, or not being able to fire. So he doesn't need to take a check, so that's a blue card. So we're going to try and get our revenge. For me, we've got automatic rally, but I think I'm going to take the shot because we get him out of the way. This guy's not going to have line of sight on me, so probably want the caps for this. So although I can't move, I can fire. So my attack rating's 2. Is it heavyweights he's in as well? Oh, and he gets bosses here. Oh, no. You know what? I might use this careful aim in here. So he's got a defense rating of 12 +1 +2, 15. Jings. 15 and we're getting 5. Right, we're going all in here. So yeah, because he's a tough nut to crack with that hit marker he's got on him. So I've got 5 against 15. I'm going to spend 2 caps to make that 7 against 15. And I'm going to use my careful aiming to make it 9 against 15. Yeah, I'm doing it. So I need a 6. I need a 6 to hit. Remember, he's got a hit marker on him, so I would eliminate him. Come on. Oh, that was a 5, and it moved. Oh, dear. All the eggs went into the basket as well. So we miss and take a check on a 3. You know what, Grant? You could maybe just chuck this mission in. Oh, we got a 6. Right. Well, we're still there, but we've used up. You know, I'm going to be needing a 10 to hit him, aren't I? It's 5 against 15, I said. And I've got 1 cap left. Right, well, it's back to him first. Another blue card. Great. Right, so, well, he's nothing spent. It does mean that he's going to fire again for free, if you like, without being, this +1 caps this time as well. So it's going to be the same again. He's going to fire with +1 caps, so it's going to be 3. Close, short range is +3, so 6. +1 caps is 7. That doesn't affect us. So 7 against 12, 7 against 14. So he needs a 7. Needs a 7 to take us out. Oh, I thought that was a 5 as well. Right, we've got away with it. Again, he doesn't need to check it. Spent check. Well, we can't move, can we? I was going to say, why don't we go in, but we can't. Nah, the thing is, I'll move him up close. It's just asking for trouble, innit? Well, 5 against 15, that's a 10 roll. I could spend the 1 caps. Well, let's do it. I feel like we're doomed anyway. So I'm spending 1 cap, so I would normally need a 10, but the cap's going to give me a 9. So I need a 9. But he is hit, so I would take him out. Come on. Oh dear, you're having a laugh. The dice are taking the mickey. Check on a 3. And we are spent this time. Back to him. He's probably going to have a shot at finishing us off. No, there's more than 4 units. So this is a green card. However, he's going to rally. Rally is the first instruction. Yeah, I still couldn't consider the machine gun because he's facing the wrong direction. So he's going to rally. He needs an 8 or greater, but he's in a +1 defensive. He's in a +2, but he only gets +1 for it. So he needs a 7 or greater to rally. Oh, and he gets it. How about that? See if he survives a spent check, then that's it. I'm out here. Right, so that comes off. So he's going to check on a 5 for his rally attempt. And he draws a 1. Okay, that would have just been too much for me to take. So he is spent, however. That's all. Well, he's no hit anymore. Right, okay, I'm maybe being stupid, but I'm going to have to take chances, so I'm moving this guy in. Or am I? He can fire at me, yeah, but it's not going to be at close range, so yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to move in. I need to do something. Right, so check on a 1. That's a 4. That would have been horrible. Right, back to them. Not a blue card. Right, reshuffle. It's not blue though. So we do have. There's still some close, short range. This machine gun against him. Disengage or fire or rally. Right, that's kind of weird. I'm not sure what happens there then. Does he still disengage? I was looking for the if he had a pivot action to turn round, you know. Well, let's see what disengage says then. Right, give me a sec. Right, it says disengage. The AI will, and this is when you're at short range, you get this instruction. The AI will low risk move. This could include moving into the enemy's flank or towards cover. The first priority is trying to decrease the AI's risk. Well, actually, will he not just pivot then? Because pivot is part of a low risk move, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's what he'll do. So he'll low risk move. This could include moving into the enemy's flank or towards cover. Well, remember he's in. Did I say they get the defensive? They do, don't they? But if they're moving along the road within that, it's fine. Yeah, so a low risk move for that guy. He's not in a fire zone either, is he? Where's the bit about pivoting then? Is that the movement? Yeah. AI movement that does not increase the number of hexes to the target. If an AI cannot move in a way that decreases the number of hexes to a target, it may instead move into a target's flank, move into cover, or pivot, providing that does not increase the number of hexes. I think that's what that's going to do there then. So disengage, he's just going to pivot, and he's now facing that guy. Because he was in short range with him. Yeah, short range. Okay, so I'm going to do that. That's a cost of a 2. Now he's on a road, so none of that's. I think it's just a check on a 2. That I don't think anything's added to that. So here we go. And he's drawn a 1, so he has spent. But he is facing the right way this time, so if we do draw a blue card, he can be considered. Right, no, it's us. It's us. Right, let's take this shot on. Because it's going to be a bit... no caps left. It's not going to be that much better, is it? Oh, he's lost his +1 as well. Although he's lost his hit marker. So it's... Well, he's sitting in a 14 defensive hex, and we're attacking with 7. Yeah, and there's nothing... Yeah, I'm not unnerved. So a 7 for a hit, or an 11 would be better. Ooh, a 9. I'll take that. I'll take that though, because things have been going wrong. So that is a hit on him. It only costs us 2 to attack with him as well. Right, this is face down. Okay. Right, we take a spent check on a 2. Come on. Oh, come on. We needed that. Right, I think I might be using my free action. I've got that. Oh, that costs 2 to use though. That automatic rally. Right, back to them. Not a blue card, please. If the plus units less than equal to 4, no. Right, well, there's no short range for them now because these are both spent. Execute counter actions. There's no German control hexes. No hit AI. He's only hit AI. Can't move. Unhit AI closest unit just acted fire. Who just acted? This guy. Yeah, he's going to fire. Unhit AI closest to unit that just acted fire. Yeah, he's going to fire. So this could be bad. So 4 against 12, we're in the open though, yeah. 4 against 12, he needs an 8. Is that right? Unhit AI, closest to unit that just acted. Yeah, it is. He's the unit that just acted. So he needs an 8 for a kill. 6. Okay, we're still hanging in there. Hopefully he gets spent with us as well. So that's a check on a 3. And he is. It was a 2. Good. Right, can relax a little bit. Oh, hang on. Our guy's spent, isn't he? Yeah, he was, wasn't he? Because I drew a 1, didn't I? Or was it a 2? Wasn't that card? It was a card before. Yeah, I drew a 2, yeah. I knew he was spent. I just forgot to flip him. Okay, so do we use a command? Do we use this time? I think we should. We don't know what the hit marker is. I mean, we could sort of take chances, but then this is only an attack a 2. Oh, no, I'm doing it. So we're going to use this card to give him a free action to attack. So it's 7 against 14. However, we don't know what this is, so we're going to have a look. Oh, he's getting the +1 again. Cowering again. So that's added 1 to it. So it's 7 against 15. Yeah, 7 against 15. We need an 8. We're just not getting this guy. Come on. Come on. Yes. That's such a waste. Because that's 4 above what we needed. That was a critical hit, and he's got a hit marker on him. Another double 6. So he's gone at last. He hung in there quite a bit, didn't he? So he's gone. We get a victory point. Take them back down to 3. That goes into the cup. I'm then going to get a command card out of the deck. Oh, you know what? I forgot. There was a reshuffle that came up recently, wasn't there? I did not reshuffle. Another mistake. That would have, well, it would have affected the cards, but that's bad, because I find that a horrible mistake as well. I know it's random cards, but it just bothers me. Yeah, this has just been riddled with errors. There you go. And this is only a one mapper, there's not an awful lot of units, and yet I've made quite a few errors. Yeah, it's not as simple a game as it sometimes makes out. However. Right, we don't need to check for spent because that was a command action card. So back across to them. I'm probably should finish this up though. Well, it's them to go next. So yeah, well, I'll finish this on yeah, but I'd maybe quite like to do this mission again though. I might do that because I feel like it's really been a mess. And I can just call it a take two and do it again. And you know what? If you don't want to watch it, you've watched that mission, then just move on to the campaign when I eventually get around to it. Or better still, I maybe should put a comment in the header of the first part of this saying that this is a bit of a mess, maybe, and I'm going to redo it. That might be wise because I've only uploaded part 1. Well, we'll see. Right, we'll finish off with an AI action for the turn. Ooh, that maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I don't think so. 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, we've got 9. But that wasn't including the truck, so let's just double check. I'm pretty sure that's a low. Aye, there it is. Mission track advance. Non-combat counters such as trucks and wagons are not counted. So it is going to move on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's less than 10, so that means the truck's getting to move. What we got? Another place RE. So we place an RE and what was that? A no enemy counter and the rumoured enemy cup. Now, here's the thing. Did I move this truck first? Where does it tell you about the trucks? For each space the MT advances, each German truck will move 3 along the road. I'm just wondering about, does this happen before we place this RE? It might have been relevant. Because the RE is going to be, there's only these 2 REs. I don't think it's going to matter, is it, Grant? Well, yeah. It actually is. Because if I move this away now, 1, 2, 3, then this RE is going to be 4, 5 away from that, and this RE is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 away from that. So this does matter. Or does it? Hang on, Grant. Doesn't really, does it? It's either going to go around this guy or around this guy. And Actually, no, if I do it before, that's 1, 2 away, and that's 1, 2 away. So I need to randomise. Well, you know what? I placed the RE the last time before I'd done the move, so I'll just do the same again. So I think I need to randomise between these two. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? What is something simple to finish off here? 4. So it is going to be this guy. I'm then going to roll a dice to see where the RE is going to get placed. I've rolled a 4 again, so that's going to be southwest again on that guy, which is 1, 2. So it's down there. So that's it. That's where that's going to go, and then we move the truck 1, 2, 3, and he doesn't take control of that control marker because I remember reading that. Yeah, trucks may not capture control markers. So there we go. So that's all that dealt with. There's no short range or close combat. Fresh AI lists and fresh units. We've got 1. Yeah, we've got 2. They've got 3. They've got 4 actually, sorry. So they're not going to pass. AI closest to fresh unit that just acted. Unit just acted is not fresh. He was spent, so no. AI closest to fresh unit fire. Oh, hang on. Stop, Grant. Stop. Now, I know it was talked about, but actually I think the designer said that trucks can actually spot RE if they're in the open. I think it was kind of Doug that had answered the question, but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he did, didn't he? However, I think this guy's got line of sight on this anyway. So we will reveal this before we go any further. So when that got placed, yeah, it gets revealed. Right, that's the mines then. So I don't know. I'm going to put it there just now. I mean, my guess is that I don't know what happens. Landmine, an RE is placed, and a landmine is placed in the draw cup. There's not any special instructions for the landmine. It doesn't really tell you. Right. I don't have time to mess about with it anyway, so I'm going to just leave it and finish this command, and then that's going to be my last action in the night anyway. So I'll have a look before I come back just to see if it does anything. I'm a bit baffled unless it goes off. That's possible. It might go off and blow up there, and that's probably what it does. If it does and it's a hexes roll round about, it's not going to hit anything. So, but I'll look into that when I come back. So fresh unit just acted. No, AI closest to a fresh unit fire. Maybe. Well, he's not got the truck in his arc of fire, so you can't fire at the truck, actually. This guy can. Or can he? I'm saying he can. Oh, it's one of the iffy ones. It would be. See, when you just want to finish the night with something quick and simple. No, that's crossing that hex there. So he does not have line of sight in that. However, he can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he's out of... Oh, no, he's not out of range. Oh, yeah, he is out of range. He's got a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, not quite sure that's in line of sight as well. I think it hits that, doesn't it? So, maybe there's no fire at all then. No, there's not. No. So, last command is unhit AI closest to a target, move towards. And there we go again. I'm going to have to remember that one, target. That doesn't just mean unit, it could mean mission objective. We've not got any now, but... so unhit AI, closest to target, move towards... He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from that. He is 1, 2, 3, 4 away from that. Yeah, so he's going to move towards the Pioneers. You can either move here or here. That one is going to be in a fire zone, I want to say. Yep. That one, however, is not. And it's still getting closer, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so he's going to move into that hex there. One hex closer and not in a fire zone. I know it's only a move towards, but they still want to look at that. And he'll check on a 2, because that was moving from there into the heavy woods, not on the road, so that does count. So check on a 2, and he's spent. Okay. Right, okay. I better leave it for now. Yeah, and I'll decide what to do. I'm as well finishing this now, but I think I might redo it. Just do a take 2 on this one. I'll see. I might not. I might just leave it and then sort of say, right, we made some mistakes and it's a bit messy, but we'll not do that in the next scenario, hopefully. Right, okay, I'll be back. Probably 2 or 3 days off now, I'm afraid, so unlikely to be doing much. But I'll be back when I'm back. Okay, cheers.